So I've been in Speakers League for almost 2 years now, and it's been really, really fun, and I really, really enjoy just logging into a Zoom meeting and seeing everybody, and this is just a really, really fun class. So, so today I'm going to tell you my journey on how I got into Speakers League, how I improved, and my favorite part of this program. So first of all, why did I join Speakers League? So back then, in fourth grade, I was a fourth grader, there was this thing called student council, which basically you had to give a speech in front of the entire grade, and they had to vote whether you were qualified enough to be in student council. I think you already know where is going. My mom wanted me to do it. My dad wanted me to do it. Even my brother wanted me to do it. Even my fish wanted me to do it. Okay, that was a lie. But I did not want to do it because I felt like I wasn't good enough at public speaking. And I was just very depressed when when my mom made me do it and I completely flopped. So I was determined, and I was determined to get better at public speaking. So my mom found this thing called Speakers League, and she's like, "Oh, maybe you should try this out." I'm like, "Sure." So I joined Speakers League, and now it's carried me to where I am today. So yeah, in the picture you can see me when I was in like fourth grade 2 years ago. So before I was in Speakers League, before I was in like real Speakers League, like right now, I was in Junior Speakers League. But even before that, I was a guest at a meeting, just seeing whether I liked this program or not. So when I was a guest, I was at this meeting, and it was interesting, and it was very, very confusing as well. When I was a guest, I thought there were four MCs for some reason, and and when they asked me the impromptu question, I was like, "What am I supposed to do now?" And yeah, but somehow I still won best impromptu, which is good. So after that guest meeting, I thought it was pretty cool and it was fun. So my mom made me join. And before I joined Real Speakers League, I joined Junior Speakers League, which is basically Speakers League but for younger kids. And before the very first meeting, I was very, very nervous. And before every single meeting, I was very, very nervous for some reason. And I was in the 7 to 8:30 club, if you guys were wondering. And I was okay. When I joined, everybody was like already in intermediate, so I was like the worst one, but it doesn't really matter. I caught up really quickly. So after that, I joined Real Speakers League because Real Speakers League is probably more fun than Junior Speakers League, and I was getting pretty good. I had better eye contact, better vocal variety, and more courage to speak in front of people. And before I couldn't look anybody in the eye, but now I can. And also I have better vocal variety because before I talked like a robot, but now I can actually talk normally, like I'm in a conversation. And I have more courage to speak, so like I don't have to like I'm not like very scared. So over here you can see me presenting this fundraiser thing to these random people, and I can do stuff like that now because I joined Speakers League and I became a better public speaker. So my favorite part about Speakers League are the speeches, because it's fun to give speeches, personally for me. And I like researching and learning new things. So these are some of my favorite speeches in all of my years in Speakers League, which is only like 1 3/4, but you get the point. So my favorite Speakers League, these are my top 6 favorite Speakers League speeches. My very first one was the I'm Inspired speech about LeBron James. And the cool thing about that speech is that it's featured on YouTube. So if you go to the Junior Speakers League channel on YouTube, it's on there, which is really, really cool. I'm on YouTube now. Let's go. So my other favorite speech that he gave was the knowledge speech about the 7 wonders of the world. I think like a few of you remember that. I think maybe Wendy, but that one was interesting. It was about the 7 wonders of the world. In case you couldn't tell, and I basically just explained all the wonders of the world. So another good speech that I gave was about Hawaii, and this was a very, very good speech. It was my speaker's choice speech for level 1. I really enjoyed learning about Hawaii, and I even learned a little bit of Hawaiian, the language. So next, I also really enjoyed giving my endangered animals speech about my sincerity speech about endangered animals, and I think those in this club as well. So that was cool, and that speech just was really interesting, and I liked how it went. Also, this tied with the Hawaii speech for my very favorite speech is the Would You Rather speech. I think a few of you guys might remember that. It was basically Would You Rather. That's it. But it was fun, and I enjoyed learning about other people's opinions. And my final favorite speech was the math class speech about logic. You might be thinking, math isn't fun. Yeah, well, logic puzzles are fun. And I gave this at my very first in-person club. I hope you enjoyed listening to my journey as a speaker and how I progressed. Thank you.